So just recently, the famous saying, the best 2 words in sports are Game 7, was used because we had a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Finals. So we decided to figure out what the worst 2 words in sports is. Not the best 2 words, but the worst 2 words. For me, a lot of these were cliches and unexciting for me. How did you categorize your list?
Detrimental, embarrassing, unwanted.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. 3 words there for that. So my number 3 is the charity stripe. So this is used by this is used by sportscasters a lot, but nobody who plays basketball uses this phrasing. Like,
true
charity. What charity are you donating to? And nobody uses the word stripe except for maybe fashion designers. So there's 2 words that you never use in real life, and again, basketball players don't use this, so I call it a charity stripe. People tuning into basketball for the first time have no idea what you're talking about.
It is a weird phrase, but basically they're saying, because you fouled, you're just donating points to the other team.
They do call it a free throw, but I think it's free because you're not guarded. Charity ensues that somebody is benefiting.
The person shooting the free throw should be benefiting. We hope. We hope.
Yeah.
I mean, not in today's NBA. It's just like Steph Curry shoots like 100%, and then the rest of the league shoots like 50%.
Yeah.
So that's a good start. My number 3 worst 2 words in sports is the wave.
Wow.
Like, look, a couple times in my life I've been excited for the wave. Most of the time I find it laborious.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't want to do it, okay? It seems like a job to me. I was at a game recently. It was a baseball game. It was a St. Louis Cardinals game. There was maybe, I don't know, like 17,000 people at the game. It rained all day, so no one really wanted to go. And yet the section next to me, they tried to start the wave. And I just looked at them. I might have made eye contact with someone. I was like, no, we're not doing this right now. So
I think in small quantities, the wave is a good thing. It produces a... That's the word I'm looking for. Camaraderie between all fans to partake in one certain cheer. But if you do it more than, I would say, a 2 per game, then it's a little bit
Or like
overzealous.
If there's not a lot of people at the game, we shouldn't be doing it.
It's true.
I mean,
could be more profound though.
Yeah.
You got 2 people in the stands, everybody does it. 100% participation.
So I'm just never a fan, really. As I said, if I had to do it, I'll do it. But it's one of my 2 worst words in sports. My number 2 is John Rocker. Yes, the racist relief pitcher. Let's be honest. Once his glory was over and he started, hating everyone in the world, no one wanted him on their team anymore. He's like one of the most hated guys in sports history. So I tried to think of other people. I don't know, maybe you prefer someone else.
That would be another good list, though, is the 3 most hated people of sports in our lifetimes. So you put, obviously, he made your worst 2 words, so he's probably high up on your list.
I was trying to think, like, who else could I put on there? John Rocker, he's pretty high up there.
The Braves guy, I mean, that seems odd to me.
I took you back.
It seems odd to me.
I could have gone Ray Rice.
Okay, yeah.
Just other people. I mean, there's plenty of options, I'm sure.
So you didn't like him before the racism thing. Like, he was a good pitcher.
He was. He had a good run.
And you didn't like him?
He wasn't on my team. I don't care.
Okay.
He was good. I'll admit he was good. But I don't like anyone that's not on my team a lot of the times.
Pulled that one out of thin air. Never expected John Rocker. My number 2 is preseason schedule.
Oh, yeah.
So again, 2 words that you don't want to hear.
That just makes me feel like,
I know it's a necessary evil to have a preseason, but whenever the schedule is released, I don't think any fans are excited about it because it's just a chance for your players to get hurt.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, it might be good practice for the coach, but your number 1 squad is never going to play, and so it's just...
They maybe get a rep or 2.
Maybe, but it's like foreplay without the climax. You're getting blue balls, which is another two bad words.
No one wants to say those either. Yeah, good one. I like preseason schedule.
That's bad. My number 1 is must win. So those are the worst 2 words in sports, is must win, because especially in the playoffs when this is used a lot as a must win, every game is a must win. There is no one game above the other one that's not a must win. You're going to try 100% to win every single game, especially in the playoffs. So it doesn't make any sense to use that to describe a game as a must win.
It's also possibly one of the most overused phrases, because like you said, they'll use it in like game 2. It's like, oh, the Warriors took game 1, game 2 is a must win. Like, it's not. It's not.
Or pivotal. Yeah, pivotal and must win are used kind of hand in hand.
Game 7 is must win. Or
Yeah,
any elimination game.
Every game's a must win.
Not game 2. You don't
It's got to be a must win.
You don't have to
'cause-
win it.
Well, you're not
You
going
can
to
just,
try.
you just
Not gonna
throw the
try.
guys out there and lose and still win the series because you know you're that much better than them.
You're not getting a lottery pick out of it. It's a must win if you're in the playoffs.
Oh dear. My number one worst 2 words in sports is game over. I would put last call because I like my beer, but game over. For some people that might be like, oh, thank God it's over because we won. But most of the people like, thank God, like, or not thank God because we lost. And then for the fan, like, hey, that's the end of your fun, you
Right.
know? And maybe there's some celebration that ensues sometimes, but I think for the most part, we put this list together because we enjoy the sport.
It's true.
And so a lot of times when we're having fun, we don't want the fun to come to an end. So there's a couple different meanings why I chose game over. And then video games is really bad too, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about sports.
That's usually
Although
used
esports is on the come up, you know.
Yes, I mean it's more popular than soccer right now. It's pretty popular.
I wouldn't go that far.